Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ifia Artistry. If you are new to this channel, you are highly welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, you already know you are family and welcome. So guys, in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I transformed my gorgeous clients. Okay guys, so if you have not really subscribed to my channel, I plead with you to please subscribe to my channel, put on your post notification, because you guys know that we are dropping mad content on this channel. If you love what we are doing, this is a great opportunity for you to subscribe to our channel and put on your post notification. Okay guys, so we're going to be getting started. I started with first of all carving her brows. I carved that. I was not really into filming that much, and after that I go ahead and clean her face. I was cleaning with a micellar water and wipes, just the facial wipes. You can use any wipes. I'm using an angel wipes. Okay guys, so I'm going to be cleaning the face thoroughly. You guys know I say this all the time that cleaning the face is an important step on makeup. Even if you are going to use the most expensive, the most high-end brands, just make sure the face is very clean, because if there is dirt on that face, I believe you me, the makeup cannot sit there for a very long time. Okay guys, so I was cleaning the face. I was done with that. Then I go ahead and moisturize her skin. I'm using the Mesmetics moisture portion. Is a very good moisturizer, so I'm going to be moisturizing the face with that, and I'm putting that generously on the face, and I'm going to make sure it gets on every part of the face. And guys, remember, every skin type needs moisturizer. I cannot say this enough. I cannot emphasize on this enough. Every skin type, whether it's oily skin, needs moisturizer, because moisturizer is not oil. Moisturizer gives hydration, it does not produce oil. So after that, I'm going to be going in with another moisturizer. The Zaron hydrating serum is another hydrating product that I use as a moisturizer. So those two products actually helps to hydrate the skin a lot. Like you can see how the skin is looking. This face is not oily, just hydration, and this hydration will make this makeup, is going to help the makeup to stay for a very long time. It's going to help the makeup to last, because we're going to be going in with a lot of powder, a lot of foundation. Imagine when you put on a lot of all these products and you don't have hydration to actually sustain it. It's just as if you are putting on a cement on a dry floor or something. Like it's not gonna stay. I don't know if you understand. Okay guys, so after that I'm going to be using the Merak skin prep to control her sweat, but she's going to go out and taking her pictures and all that. And after that guys, I noticed that she has some open pores, so I'm going to be using my Zaron pore minimizer on the places just near her nose, and the places I'm seeing the pores. So after that, I'm going in with the classic mattifying product. I'm going to be using that to mattify her skin. I'm going to be mattifying her nose, her brows, her jawline, just the places, her T-zone to be precise. And after that, I use my Kiss Beauty setting spray to set the entire face. Okay guys, so after doing those, I'm going to spray on it. Okay, yeah, I did spray and then dry it up. Right, moving on, I'm going to be using the V Beauty foundation and the Jaydriz Cosmetics foundation. Mix the both of them together and I place that on the face. Then I'm using my beauty blender to blend it into the skin. Okay guys, so I always say this because I noticed in my channel it's not only Nigerian makeup artists that are here. I have a lot of people on my channel too. So if you don't have most of the Nigerian products I'm going to be using, you can use any other product. Just follow the steps, or the steps is the same thing. Just get anything you have. I'm equally going to try and film a look where I use high-end products, so that people that are not in Nigeria can be able to get the product and use it, and do what they can. Okay guys, so highlighting the face, I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty con no, not Huda Beauty, the Nuban Beauty concealer in shade 02. Yeah, is 042, that's the shade. I'm going to put that in the inner corners of the face, and after that I'm going to be using the nude in Zikel concealer, Zikel Cosmetics concealer. I'm going to be using their concealer shade in nude. So that is actually better for me. That I think is just a shade darker than, a shade lighter than her face. So I'll be putting that, I'll be using that as her contour. So I was not really going to make her contour really pronounced. I don't really know why. I think my model is really dark. And oh my god, I don't know. So when I was doing this makeup, I was thinking that this I would have honestly done the highlight to be a bit lighter. I don't know why I left it on this shade. I don't know why. I think I would have used a shade that is two shades lighter than her skin. This highlight did not just like lift the face that much, but it's not still bad. Okay guys, so moving on, I'm going to be contouring her face with the foundation. I think I'm using the Avo Cosmetics foundation. I love that foundation for contour in the shade 020 or shade 030. I love the two for contouring. I love the effect it gives to the face. Like it doesn't really go that heavily dark, you know okay guys, so doing that, I'm just going to blend and make sure like everything is sitting pretty. I'm going to blend in the contour on the nose. Then after that, did I say the contour on the nose? Sorry guys. Blending the contour by the face, like around the cheeks and all that. So after that, I'm going to be contouring the nose now. And you can see the way I'm making my contour from the nose. I just make a Y shape starting from her brow line, the place the brows stopped. I'll just create that illusion from that place. So after that, I'm going to be using my lip stain, the pink and the red shade. I'm going to be mixing that together. I'll just place them on the face and then blend. The brand is Becharmageless Cosmetics. If you're not in Nigeria, you can get any lips palette works better, or they are good honestly, because lips palettes, they are not really matte. They are not really matte. They works honestly better if you have a lips palette. Just that this product that is matte, that is matte, I don't know, for some reason it doesn't really dry so fast. So like I think that's the reason why I prefer it. It doesn't dry so fast and it gives me what I want, but it does not dry fast. So that is all good. Okay guys, so after that, I remember when I did my highlights, I left some highlighting shades, sorry guys, on the face. Like I didn't really blend everything in at the same time. Okay, so then now I'm going to now start blending those places in the inner corners. I'm just going to blend and then set. When I blend, I make sure that there is no creasing line. Then I'm going to use my powder and set it. I'm using the Merak setting powder in the shade cinnamon, I guess. I think it's cinnamon that I'm using. I'm using cinnamon to set the under eyes. Cinnamon is a very good shade, honestly. It's a very lovely shade. It's cinnamon, not I think it's cinnamon. Because there's somebody else I worked on that I used, I think their darkest shade. I can't remember the name. But this is cinnamon. And cinnamon is so nice. Okay guys, so I'm just using cinnamon to set my highlighted areas everywhere that I highlighted. I'm just gonna set that. Remember, this product is actually translucent setting powder, which works better. Is always very good when you use it and set your highlight, honestly. Okay guys, so I'm going to go ahead and then set the rest of the face. I don't know why the other side is really light. I think the powder shade I used on that place is not okay, but I'm going to correct that in a bit. Okay guys, so I'm just going to set. I'm trying to make sure that everything is going to match, because one mistake you're going to make as a makeup artist is to finish makeup on somebody and the person's face is not matching the person's neck, or the face is too light while the neck and the body is another shade. Try as much as possible to avoid those things. Like, it makes you unprofessional, I'm telling you. If you finish makeup and the face and the body does not match, I don't care what you used in the process. If you are truly a makeup artist, in the process, even if you made a mistake or maybe the shade does not match, you should be able to correct that. At the end of the day, just make sure that everything is sitting pretty. Everything should be okay. And you should not do it in a way that when it later oxidizes, then it's going to be a problem. Sometimes foundation do oxidize, and when they do, you begin to see that the shade is now very dark on the person, or is too light on the, just make sure that everything is okay, honestly. Okay guys, so I already done the blush. I use my powder blush palette. I'm using the Zulu palette, the Juvias place in Zulu, to do that. And after that, I'm going to start with the brows. I'm using the Hagai and Esther brow gel. I mixed that with my gel liner, the black gel liner, because the Hagai and Esther brow gel in Nubia is not dark enough for her. So it's okay for a very light skinned person, but it's not dark enough when it comes to a dark person. So what I do is that I mix it with my eyebrow, sorry, not eyebrow, with my gel liner. That is the gel liner for the eyes, the black one. I just add a little bit of that, so it actually makes it dark enough for the person I'm working on. Okay guys, so after that I just use that to outline the brows. I'm done with the outline, and now I'm filling out the brows with my Davis pencil in shade 03. I'm going to just go ahead and fill out using some small strokes. And while making these small strokes, guys, I um just make sure your pencil is really sharp on, like very pointed, because when you start using a pencil that is not as sharpened and pointed as possible, you cannot get a nice stroke. It's going to be you are going to just bleach it everywhere. Okay guys, so moving on, I'm going to be concealing the brows. I'm using the angled brush from Merak, and I think the reason why Merak produced this angled brush is because the owner is a makeup artist. So I think they did so well with the angled brush because it's really nice. I have to say that. So guys, and I'm going to be using that with my concealers. I'm using the Zikel concealer. Sorry guys, I'm making some mistakes. So I'm using the Zikel concealer to conceal the brows. But I don't know why my phone is making this noise. Sorry guys. So I'm using the Zikel concealer to conceal the brows, and that is it basically. I I'm concealing the under part of the brows. I'm going to be using a lighter shade on the brow bone, and then beginning of the brows where it's going to be joining with my nose contour. I'm going to go with a darker shade. So after that, I blended it out, and then I changed the angled brush to my old time lovely angled brush. This angled brush, you can see that the head has even gone out, but it's not possible for me to. I think it's possible, but I don't just want to go like I don't want to do without the. I don't know why. I guess that one day I'm going to be able to deal with that. Okay guys, so I'm going to be using that to conceal the upper part of the brows. It works, but this angled brush works great for me, honestly. So yesterday when I did my cut crease, that was what I actually used. Honestly, that was what I used. I don't know, but I'm already perfectly working with that angled brush. Okay guys, so moving on, I'm going to now set the brow bone with my powder. You can use a translucent powder to do this. I'm using a powder palette like normal powder. That's what I use to do this, so it's better for me because I feel like the powder just give it a seamless whatever. It's always nice. So guys, so moving on, I'm going to be baking the face. I'm going to first of all make a reverse contour on the nose, uh then extend it on the under eyes. I'm just going to equally lift the under eyes, probably making it light bright, and then most importantly to catch fallout from my eyeshadow. And then I make a reverse contour on her on her cheeks, the low light, just creating a reverse contour on that place. Okay guys, so after that I'm going to be using the benign clone white eyeshadow primer. I'm going to be using that on the eyes to as my base for my eyeshadow. So when I put that on, I blend very well. I make sure I use another brush to blend and smudge out the edges, guys. This product is good, but you have to make sure it's not puffy before you begin to place your eyeshadow. A lot of people come to me and ask me, oh, why is it that they are not able to do eyeshadow when they use this product. This product is really nice, guys. I'm telling you guys, it's really nice. but make sure it's not puffy. Make sure you blend it out so that it's not going to be difficult for you to blend out at the end of the day. Okay guys, so moving on, I'm just going to be using the a brown shade to make my transition. I first of all make transition before I begin to do eyeshadow, like before I place, not all the time though. It's not as if I can't do place eyeshadow then create a transition. I can, but when I'm teaching, I love to follow this due process so that people that is learning, at least you follow one process, so that it's not when I teach you this step today, tomorrow I'm going to do another thing and then you get confused. Okay guys, so I make a transition, then place my eyeshadow and then smudge it out. That's one of the easiest way to do eyeshadow, honestly. Make your transition from the crease line, place the main eyeshadow, the inner on the eye whatever, and then smudge it out guys, so don't mind me. Okay guys, so now I'm smudging the under eyes out. I'm just doing that with a brown shade. Just smudging out, basically nothing serious. You guys don't mind me, honestly. I'm trying to get comfortable with this. Okay guys, so I was done with the smudging now. So at every process, anything I put on the eyes, I do take the fallout out, honestly. Probably I don't show that all the time, but I take the fallout out every time. That is the reason why there is this certain powder that is baking there. That is the reason why I put that there, so it catch fallout. You see how my hand is going close to the under eyes right now. So imagine if there is fallout there, that the certain powder was catching, and then I was now touching that place to now line the eyes. It's going to stain, no matter the amount of certain powder you put, it's going to stain. So you just make sure you, at every point before you do another step, take it out, take the one out. Do not go and brush off everything, every certain powder you put there already. No, take them out one after the other. Like I brush it off as if like there's still something there. I don't know if you understand. I'll just take time and just, it's now that I'm now taking it, like I'm now brushing the remaining out. Like at the end of the day, there is still something that is going to remain that I'm not going to take out at the end of the day. Okay guys, so after that I line the eyes and then I take out the remaining setting powders from the face. Yes, and then I am emphasizing, re-emphasizing on everything I've done on the face, because like we've done a lot. So I'm going to re-emphasize on the blush, the nose contour, the highlights, the low lights, everything. So is they are equally more attractive and more neat now that I'm done with the eyes work and everything. Okay guys, so after doing that, I'm going to be using my cheek glaze from TM Essential to, just add a little bit of oily glow on her face, you know. So I'm going to do that. Honestly, I think it's not bad if you do these steps for right, so but be careful. If it's a traditional marriage look, I rather not put the cheek glaze. Cheek glaze, most of the time they have a lot of oil, so you wouldn't want to have so many oil on your bride's face, honestly. So I don't normally add cheek glaze on the brides. It's not as if I don't add, but like I don't do it too much, just a little bit. Okay guys, so after that I'm going to, I use my setting powder to set the face, and then I'm adding, I dried it up, and then I'm adding my glow from my glow palette. I just added a little bit of glow. So when I see dark people, like dark skin, honestly guys, I don't add so many glow on their face. I go with little glow, because dark skinned, when you do so many glow, it's going to start looking funny. So just be careful. Once I add this cheek glaze, I'm not really adding much glow again, just a little bit of glow. Okay guys, so moving on, I'm going to be using a dark shade of my lip stain to line the lips. I'm just lining the lips with this lip stain. I'm gently carving out the lip line. I am outlining the lips. I'm going to gently do that, because I told you guys already before, right? Outlining the lips is the one of the most important step when it comes to lips work. Even if I'm doing a nude lips, I can never leave it scattered. I have to line it. Even if I'm going to line it with any simple thing, even if it's still the same shade, I make sure you line it, because you wouldn't want your lips to be in not in order, like everything will be scattered, like this one stop here. No, line it so that you are telling the leaves this is the shape I want you to have, this is where I want you to stop. Like, do you understand me? It gives it more, it makes it more unique, it makes your work more professional, I'm telling you. So always line your lips. So after that, I smudged out with an orange shade because I don't want the dark shade to be really, the brown shade to be really dark. So after that, I'm going in with a light pink shade and then pat. So I put it there. I'm using the Becharmageless. That's why I'm using Fancy Pride, because I told you guys it's always very hard to dry. So I put that there and then I'm smudging out. So you can see the blend, honestly. Yeah, that's what we are hoping to get. So before I blend out lips, I used to ask my clients or my model to smile. That, like, they smile. When you smile, I will be able to blend. And guys, remember, like, one of the best way to do lips work is when you ask the model to smack or the client to smack. Smacking blends lips perfectly better. Okay, so I guess I was still adding some things on the lips, just blending at this point, just making sure that the dark brown line is not really too obvious. At this point, I was really done with doing the lips, and I was just adding the gloss, you know, gently adding my gloss. And everything is working so perfectly. I think I love the look. The only thing I'm not loving so much is the lashes, but my client wanted a simple lashes, so we did with that. We gave her what she wanted, but it's still not bad. So after that, I used my spray, my fix spray, to set the face. And guys, this is the end of the makeup look. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. See you next time.